All right, we're back. I think it says we're live. I don't know what happened. I think YouTube only like gave us an hour and 13 minutes and then it cut off. But
It's a weird number.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's internet. I mean, I told
People's internet's been down lately.
I
pretty
told
hard.
Spectrum. I said, just give me the fastest you can give
That's your
me,
problem. Yes.
or whoever. Is it Spectrum or yeah, it's Spectrum. I don't think I have a choice.
I think Metronet over Scott Metronet last year.
Somebody told me about Skylink, but I don't have time for all that shit. I just fucking call whoever everybody else is using.
Elon Musk stuff.
Yeah.
They use it in military shit now.
Do they? No.
Yep.
I don't even know what we're about, but let me.
So
what is this that you got here? You're about to stink out my house.
It might, yeah. So we got some friends of ours up in Alaska. We just had somebody come visit us from when we were up there. That I believe is some salmon belly jerky. Which is the tender part of the salmon.
But it's the dark red part that you usually throw away. Like, isn't that the bloodline?
It's the belly. No, that's the soft. The belly is the softest part right there.
Let me go get a piece of Tupperware. Hold on a second. Yeah. Something we can cut into that.
And then we got some canned salmon too. And that stuff you could last. You throw that in your.
I need to get some Tupperware. So if that shit stinks to holy hell.
Yeah. This canned salmon, you could throw this in your panic room and you'd be good for like 2-3 years. And what they do is they'll smoke it for, days, and now it's essentially preserved.
And this is same thing, salmon.
Yeah, red salmon. So if you're going up to Alaska for salmon, get some reds. Reds are going to be your best. You have to get a can opener, honestly. For that.
Really?
Like a bottle opener, maybe.
I don't know if I have one of those.
Just save that one. Just save that one. We'll pop this.
All right, let's pop.
That's for you, anyways.
All right. Well, thank you. All right,
that one's smoke. You can smell.
This is like something that I'm afraid to try because I'm not a fish fan. I mean, I love smoked salmon.
Yeah, I mean, you like smoked salmon, you'll be good with that
one. But we're about to find out how smoked. I don't know what this. It's really red.
Yeah, it's red salmon.
It looks like
they call it red gold. You got Copper River Reds and stuff.
Oh, don't stink at all. It smells good.
It smells like smoke.
Kind of smells like barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's good stuff. That's good.
That's really good.
That's like better than any beef jerky I've ever had.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I'm gonna send it to her and I'm gonna make her listen to this. April Dwyer in Alaska. That's some good stuff.
That's fucking delicious.
That's good. I'm probably gonna eat this whole.
And I was saying I was worried about it being fishy.
No, not fishy at all. It's got a great smoke to it.
Yeah. Okay. So you got out of the Army. Let me tell what you're doing now for anybody that is out of the Army, that might be getting out of the Army. Yeah. Like, I just want to let you know your life's not over. You don't have to sit at home all day.
It's scary, but man, I tell you.
So you got into 5 Pillars Nation. What is that?
Wild story. Long story short, I called a guy from high school that graduated 9 years before me. I knew he got into real estate. My wife's like, the only way you're getting out right now is if you can retire in 10 years.
Right.
And I started listening to like podcasts and property investment, passive income.
Right.
Stumbled upon a few things, called this guy. He goes, I got a guy in Fayetteville. He lives in Wisconsin. He's like, I got a guy in Fayetteville. Turns out this guy's a friend of mine. I've known him for years, 15 years. He used to coach me in baseball and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I got a guy in Fayetteville. I called him after about an hour phone call. He goes, all right, I'll send your name out to anybody. I was like, so this is like a job interview. And he goes, yeah, you seem like a good dude. One thing led to another. 5 Pillars was actually started here in Fayetteville. Shelby Johnson was the founder, her and Mike Glaspie. And Mike's still here. And she started in Fayetteville. She got out of 2 Fury in like 2018 over in like 2nd Brigade, I think.
Yeah.
And within 2 years, she had like 75 properties. She was like rookie of the year in like real estate and Keller Williams. She got out of that, started 5 Pillars. It was like a traditional team where big splits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just one big real estate network of agents all across the country. And we're in EXP.
So you want to be a real estate agent? Like if I'm moving Germany, I'm PCS and I want to sell my house. You're a listing agent or
I'll do anything you want. If you're going to Germany, maybe not Germany, but
that's what I'm saying. Wherever you're going to go,
EXP's got people worldwide. You call me, I'll find somebody in Germany for you. I just sent one to Fort Knox and I sent one to Alaska. The Fort Knox one, dude's living in Korea, moving to Fort Knox. I hooked him up the other day with 3 different agents that were going to help him out. And the one in Hawaii owns a house in Alaska.
Hey, come here. Taste that.
The
I'm not even
dude-
going to tell you what it is. Tell me what you think about it. That's good, ain't it?
What is it?
It's salmon,
smoked salmon.
smoked salmon belly.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
That's the most tender part on it. That's the stuff people throw away.
Yeah, I was hesitant to eat it.
Yeah, because like the fins are on it, so you got to cut the fins off,
Yeah.
obviously. But yeah,
That's delicious,
yeah,
man.
save the rest of it.
I
Yeah.
love that smoky.
It's like a sweet.
It's good
Pun-
stuff.
it's like a pungent. You
It's
can
brown, like I said, brown.
you can
Yeah.
tell it's salmon too, but
It's good stuff.
it's
But,
good. Anyway,
All right.
Yeah.
but yeah, so I hooked him up. He's in Korea, going to Fort Knox. It's a huge time difference, but they're willing to make it work.
mhm.
Dude in Hawaii owns a house in Alaska. My real estate agent, when I moved to Alaska, is now handling her stuff. And obviously, you send it out, you get a little bit of referral fee and stuff like that. And so, basically, anywhere you move, anywhere in the country, like just give me a call and I can find somebody for you. Like it's that easy. We got people. They got 120 agents all over the country just within 5 pillars.
What's the commission on selling a house now? Didn't they just do something
Oh,
with that
man.
and knock it down?
That's an ordeal. Yeah,
Oh.
it's all negotiable. Commission, whatever anybody
right,
says.
but usually it was like 6% before.
So essentially, yeah, the average, if you want to call it that, the average pretty much anywhere ever is 6%,
and
then
you split that with another
you
agent.
kind of split it, yeah. But now it's all negotiable. Seller pays for the seller's agent, buyer pays for the buyer's agent, unless the seller agrees to pay for the buyer's agent, which is how it was before, anyways.
Mhm.
But now you got to have that conversation. Essentially, just got to talk about money that everybody's uncomfortable with doing. But at the end of the day, like
It
it's a
pisses me
business
off.
about money.
It
so-
pisses me off when I hear somebody when they're selling their house and they're like, "Well, like they sold your fucking house,
telling you,
douchebag."
I thought I would work less in this. Like I'm still new, so like I've got 2 buyers under contract right now within a month. I got my license a month ago.
That's good.
I got
Yeah.
2 buyers under contract, 2 referrals out, and I'm telling you, the first 3 weeks I was licensed, I was up to like midnight doing all this stuff. It is
Yeah.
a lot.
Working for yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now too. Me and Jonathan Holloway
Yep.
are partners.
He was in there when
And-
I came in.
Yeah,
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 okay.
yeah. He's the guy with the beard. I think there's somebody else there too. Josh
Mhm.
might have been there that day.
Yep.
He's a hardworking guy. You know that about him if you know him. But when you
Yeah.
work with him, that son of a bitch is the this way. Ain't nobody gonna outwork that boy.
Yeah,
He will literally text me at 11:30 at night
I do the same
about work
now.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he's up in the morning and he's just, it can be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm ready to go. I work for myself. One of the pleasures of that is I get to curtail and curate my schedule to where I don't have to be in traffic. I get to leave house before or
Yeah.
after traffic,
Dude.
and I'm going to get home before rush.
7
could
to
be
8
four-
o'clock is awful, anyways.
He could be
Yeah.
for 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and someone call him and be like, "Yeah, we'll be right over." Like
Yeah.
what? But
It's tough, man. It's tough, and
you work a lot more hours, and it's actually I always argue with my buddy Brennan on the old podcast that what you're doing now is work.
Yeah.
What you've probably done up until now is labor. There's
Yeah,
a difference.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you
Running a
showed up
business.
and basically somebody told you what to do, how to do it, when it needed to be done by, and you did it.
And you
punched the
sat there
clock.
for 4 hours,
Yeah.
hanging out with your boys, whatever.
Yeah.
But like here, it's
This is work, son.
if you don't do it, nobody else.
Nobody's
is gonna do
paying you. Yeah.
It. So now, like I got these people under my belt that I've already done. I got to figure out a way to get more clients.
Yeah.
How the hell am I supposed to do that?
yeah, it's a
So if
grind.
you've seen my Facebook and stuff lately, I've posted something about real estate like almost every day.
Mhm.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I
Mhm.
just see this and I cringe. Like it's just like, dude, these guys are trying so hard. How else am I going to do
You
it?
got to do it.
You got to do
And
it.
that's how it works. I'm telling you right now, we go through the same process. When we
Yeah,
might
you're gonna have to start marketing. Too,
we
pretty
might
hard.
we might have 5 jobs on the books, and for a local roofing company, you got 5 jobs, and that's good.
but
you
you'll
got
go
some
3 months
cushion.
without it.
But when you get 2 jobs done, now you got 3, and now you got 2. But what I have learned is, I don't stress about that no more because
It'll come.
it'll come. Just
got-
when you get down to
Yep.
that last, now everybody wants to have 200 jobs in the queue ready to go. You know you're about to make
That's
$2
when you
million.
lose your quality, though.
Yeah, so we're doing good. We've only been in business now going on. When did I get back?
Well, you're gonna have another one here pretty soon.
Wow, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like, so our worlds are kind of interconnected. And it's good too because now you're around people. You come into my world, I come into your world, that almost motivate. We're intertwined. You
Yeah.
do something different, but I'm in the trades business. If we ever want to decide we're going to flip a house, we got an agent. You got a client that needs a roof.
Yep.
It just kind of all works. But what I like to do is I like to be around people that all have the same mindset. And I know a lot of people, especially in today's times, that are just like, everything sucks.
So that's the cool.
Everything's gay.
Dude, it's awful.
Everything costs too much money. Well, get the fuck out there and damn hustle, man.
See, that's like I grew up. I didn't have to really work because my parents like go to school. That's going to pay for your school. Go
Yeah.
play baseball. Like it's going to pay for your school, and it did. But as soon as I was done with that, like I was working hard
Yeah.
because where I'm from, $40,000 a year growing up was you're doing pretty well.
Well, what how old are you?
32.
You're a young motherfucker.
But so that's the cool thing about the 5 pillars there. Like if you don't do it, they don't tell you to do anything. They don't make you do anything. But if you
Right.
ask for help and you say you're going to do something, you better make damn sure you do it, or you're not going to get help again.
Yeah.
And they're all got the mindset of like, most of them are ex-military.
Yeah.
Or SF, a lot of SF dudes in it, and they're just like, I'm going to give you the time of day if you're not going to do it. And so if you want help,
Right.
you better work. Your
Yeah.
ass off.
Like keep up. Like, this is not, we're not going to do it for you. This is not show up at 9:00 in the morning and stay till 5 and do the bare minimum. Like
No.
this is the real world. This is where you make money.
Most of these people I know, they'll go to bed at like 8:30, wake up at 4 in the morning, and they'll just work. And that's what they do.
Yeah, but the payoff, like, okay, so you got 2 houses under contract.
Mm-hmm.
What are the prices of those houses that are selling average?
Your average price point that I looked at the other day in the Rayford, Fayetteville area, we'll just say over in this area, like 275.
So 275.
Mhm.
So 6% of 275.
Yeah, I don't get the 6%.
Well, I'm just
That's
saying,
total.
but that's what it is. The 6%. And you splitting that with somebody, or did you?
It's usually.
Or did you do like I'm new, so I'll do it for you for 3%?
Oh, I mean, no, it's like the listing agent is going to hold that 6%, like the whole commission.
Yeah.
It's 6% roughly. It'll give or take. It's
Yeah.
like I said, it's all negotiable. And that was a problem. Is there was like some price fixing stuff going on, and so that's why the whole settlement came in and all that. But right now, 2.5% to 3% is what that agent's making. And
Really?
yeah, and it's all negotiable. Like I said, I've had 2 or 3 different houses, different percentages, but out of that,
I hate people.
now you got to pay for your healthcare.
Yeah.
Now you got to pay for your insurance.
What do you need healthcare for? You got VA.
Not yet.
Well, you will.
I will.
Yeah. That's easy.
But still, like if you don't have that, just think of a regular real estate.
You don't need that shit.
So you got to put that away for that. You got to put away for
I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were talking about
Yeah.
their job, and they were like, "Oh, but the healthcare." I'm like, "But you don't even need the healthcare. You're 20-something years old.
Yeah.
What do you need
Yeah.
healthcare for? They got you convinced that you need all this healthcare.
Yeah.
What do you need a fucking
No.
doctor for?" Anyway, that's
Whole different
a
thing.
whole different podcast. But
anything that you get your paycheck taken out of,
yeah,
I'm
you got to
doing that on
pay
my own.
for it now.
So that commission check for, we'll say $6,000, $7,000, that was a month of work. It's down to like 1,500.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, man. I've put in a lot of time and effort into it, and essentially, like, I just try to help everybody I can.
You're following. That's all I'll say about this, and we can move on to Hunter. We actually shut it down. We almost 2 hours. You follow the recipe. You didn't invent it. You're not innovating anything. You
Nope.
follow the recipe of the people that are successful.
That's exactly
and
what it is.
It's time. There is nothing you're going to do, and you can get lucky if you're Elon Musk and you can create something. He created the need for PayPal.
Yeah, but we also don't know him. He's putting in a lot of time.
Oh, he puts in a lot of hours, but initially he was smart enough
Mhm.
to create PayPal. You saw a lot of people during PayPal when it came out. A lot of people thought the internet was a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Like this is just a fad. They had
That was
no
the only way
idea
for eBay
that we
back
were
in
going
the
to
day.
become fucking cyborgs and be
Yep.
attached to this phone.
Dial up eBay, PayPal was the
Like
only way to do it.
ridiculous. And Elon Musk was able to see that and develop PayPal. So he's a billionaire. So you can become an overnight sensation, but for 90% of the working world, the successful world, you have to pay your dues and you have to lay a foundation and you have to, in my case, I didn't invent fucking home improvements and roofing. I don't have nothing to do with the shingles being manufactured.
all I can do is follow the recipe of the fucking people that are successful
And make sure you have a good product.
and make sure you have a good product. Make sure that
Quality.
your service is good, and make sure you surround yourself with good people.
Yep.
And that's that. That's the
I
best
tell
you
them
can
every
do.
time I talk to these people, like there's 3 of them right off the top of my head. Like it literally changed my life
Yeah.
because they'll do anything for you. All they
Mhm.
ask you produce. That's
Yeah.
it. But
It's amazing. Same thing happened to me. I was in the landscape business, but according to Jonathan, I can't call myself a landscaper because I didn't have one of those fancy licenses.
yeah.
So I was a yard guy.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I had
handyman.
I had a yard cutting business that was doing pretty good, and I wanted to get in the roofing business during the last hurricane we had about
I
6,
used to
8
roof
years
houses,
ago.
man. I hated every minute.
Oh,
of
I didn't
that.
roof. I mean, I had this guy. He was a neighbor of mine. He just died recently, but I said, "Look, I want you to be my partner. I'm going to start a roofing business because
Yeah.
you know all about it." He said, "Look, go get a roof job. I'm gonna walk you through your first job, and you're gonna realize you don't need a partner. You don't need me."
Yeah, that's somebody you need to surround yourself. with.
And I'll be damned if 6 months later I wasn't moving into a 4,000 square foot house. I'm gonna change my life. And he didn't care. He wasn't like, "Where's my cut?" I
He's
mean,
just
I gave
happy
him
to see you do good.
yeah.
That's what's cool about like I was hunting, right? So like I got 3 deer on Bragg last year. And from what I've seen on other people, they'll go 3 years without seeing a deer.
Yeah.
And it was all because of listening to guys like you
Yeah.
and Brendan. I met him at the Skin Shack.
Yeah.
He was telling me some tricks.
Yeah.
I mean, me and I've never met Weibel before in my life. Randolph Weibel,
Yeah.
Randy Weibel.
Randy. Yeah.
He texts me and he's telling me places, these are high density areas.
Yeah.
Like this is what it is. And he's showing me where to go. And it helped, man.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's and I don't like I said, we were talking earlier. I'm not gonna take a guy out unless you're fucking handicapped or you make a wish
mhm.
and put you in the tree and put you in my
I'll
spot.
give you the recipe.
And say, but I'll tell you what you should be looking for. And like you said earlier, every area on Bragg has got the same characteristics.
Yep.
They've all got a water source, which is going to create a draw.
Water, food security.
They all have it. They all have roads. I mean, they always look the same. Now, some hold better deer for whatever reason.
Well, I think you guys said it last year. 1 or 10% of the area holds 90% of the deer.
Yeah.
But it's
I
all
know.
in the same thing. So good luck finding that.
Good
10%.
luck finding that spot.
Follow the tracks.
But I will
forward.
tell you this, and this has worked for me. Being mobile, and that's we're going to call it
man.
mobile hunting, is that's what the industry calls it. I have let more deer walk this year.
Yep.
When I say that, I let them walk because I'm to the point now. I'm not shooting baby deer, and I'm not shooting 4-pointers.
Yep.
I'm not meat hunting. I know there's guys that want to do that. That's fine. I don't need it. I am like hunting for the horns, and the meat for me is going to be like a bonus. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, and I really don't like deer meat. I love hunting, but I have let more deer walk than a lot of guys are going to see this entire season.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm the great white hunter. It's just because I've applied new tactics.
You've been
I've
different
listened
places.
to guys. I can do a podcast. I meet these guys that kill all the big deer.
Yep.
Trust me. I don't listen. They tell me a lot. I absorb what they say. But
once you get out there,
it's not what they say directly to me. It's what they inadvertently say that I pick up on
That's
because
what I've been listening to you guys.
just
You guys are not far from me and talking about that one big deer.
right. So a lot of times, like say talking to I won't even mention his name, but I'm talking about a guy who kills big deer.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I'll pick up tips from him, and he's not actually telling me the tip. So you have to listen because I don't believe anything a deer hunter says.
I do that search feature on
If
the Facebook page,
Yeah.
and I'll find different conditions for the day.
Yeah.
Type it in there, and,
Oh, yeah.
and that's how I learned it.
No, I will tell you this: if this works for me, and it worked for another guy that texted me. As a matter of fact, he killed a deer last week. But if you can get in early, walk.
Yeah, we were just talking. I was
Walk,
texting you while I was doing it.
walk. Don't even think if you don't jump. There are times where I have walked all the way till 5:45 and like, well, fuck it, I'm tired of walking.
Yep.
I'm hot. I'm gonna set up here. But jump deer. If you jump a deer and they run this way and the wind's blowing that way, set up on that spot. He's coming back.
Don't freak out when you bump them. Like that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Pay attention to where they're going,
Yeah.
and then between where you bumped them and where you're going, look on the map, on X,
Yeah.
Google Earth, whatever. Find out what's common about those places. And
Yeah.
if you do it again next week, find out what's common about
Yeah.
those places. Find those places that hold that one thing in common and hunt those spots.
Yeah.
That's
And
all
if you
I've been
get
doing.
lucky, you find this buck that I found. I figured it out on the north wind.
which is tough to come by here.
He's
It's tough.
he's in this area. He kind of walks in this area. On the south wind, I didn't see him.
Mhm.
Okay, but the other day, I just walked down to check because I know where his tracks are. I'm like, okay, he's still here. I'm gonna wait. I'm
That's
gonna
what
get
I was
him.
doing. Yep.
And I walked. It was a south wind, and I walked down, and I'm looking. It was right after the rain, like a lot of hours after the rain, so the road was smooth.
Smooth.
There were no tracks. So I walk all the way down to where he beds, looked, didn't see no tracks,
And come
came
back.
back. There were tracks coming out of the right side, little
Yep.
thick area where he was bedded up on this side. So I'm like, okay. So I'm putting two together. I'm gonna get his ass, but walk, man. If you don't know, just I can't stress it enough. I know it's hard to do with a climber.
That's why you get the saddle.
That's why you
man.
get a
So
saddle. I'm
it's
telling you.
it's one of those deals where, like the other day, I was just walking. I bumped a doe in a new spot. Just picked it. First of all, find a drainage.
Yeah,
Walk. Literally, there's a exact line where
Yeah.
it's too thick to walk through,
yeah,
and it's open. Just walk that line. You're gonna see something.
yeah.
You're gonna see it, and if you find it and it's fresh, meaning like the tree is like orange and
Yeah.
peeling,
Or
you see it on the
yeah,
ground.
We found a scrape the other day that was like fresh.
I
Like,
found
no, that
pissing.
deer is somewhere here. And then Randy jumped him like 50 yards
Oh,
from that scrape.
I posted it the other day. I sat over a scrape that had piss in it still,
Yeah.
puddled. And I was down at the other end trying to figure out where he was going in. And I was like, I'm not going to sit here. One,
That's
left-
where he went.
I
Yeah.
left my goddamn bow in the truck. Who goes hunting without a bow?
No, I don't do no scouting without my
Dude.
weapon.
Well, I wasn't scouting. I was going to go hunt. I just forgot it.
Oh, you forgot
I
it.
just forgot it.
I've done that.
So I walked back, and by the time I got back, 8-minute walk, I talked myself out of it, sat over the scrape. Sure enough, he was right where I was going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
That was
walk.
the same day that Skip killed that 10-pointer.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
Just walk. Once you find the sign with the saddle, like you can put in 3 miles and it doesn't feel like it.
Mhm.
Sit in that spot. Sit in that spot.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to see. If there's sign, you're going to see deer. It may
Your
not-
chances of seeing a deer come your way or seeing a deer are better in a spot where you just saw a deer
no scent.
than if you go to a spot that you
Over
that you
and
haven't seen a
over.
deer.
Yep.
You know, I talk to these guys. Oh man, I'm hunting
Stop
this spot.
thinking like a human.
I'm in a really good spot and I'm not seeing deer. I'm like, well, how many deer have you seen in that spot this
It's
year?
not a good spot.
None. It's not a good spot. Move.
Nope. Like whatever people think is a good spot, it's not a good spot.
I'm not now. Randy believes in that.
Randy believes in a dumb spot. Which
yeah.
I would have picked and I would have had it.
Yeah. And I guess I will still want to have something in my peripheral, a trail, a scrape, a rough,
like scrapes.
something.
I
to-
hunt.
to-
I
to
hunt
pull
majority
me.
is contour lines and transition lines between the thick
Mhm.
shit and a little bit less thicker shit.
Yeah.
And if I'm walking that and I see scrape or rub, I'm sitting.
Oh yeah.
And I'll see deer. A lot of times it's does, and I've only
Yeah.
seen probably 3 or 4 big bucks.
Yeah.
But tons of spikes, tons of does. I got
Yeah.
a doe last year I thought was small and it was 120 pounds. They're like,
A 120-pound doe is big.
well, I shot a 220-pound doe last year in
And,
Illinois.
yeah, but I'm talking about for here.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about
Yeah, but
other parts.
yeah,
of the
so
country.
just sit there, man. See deer. Go where deer are. A buck will be there.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually. And you know, same thing. I've got 4 spots now that if I in my mind, I don't know, it's not 100%, but if I want to go kill a doe, I got 4 spots I can go to because every time I go there,
Save those for the
I see
rut.
the same 4 to 6 doe. You know, I mean, the same 4 to 6 doe are always there. Either I see them in the evening or see them at night, and now I know which winds I see them on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you
because
got to pay attention.
I
to
noticed
that,
that 3 days in the north wind, I didn't see them, but in the
Mhm.
south wind, they're coming because you know they travel with the wind in their face.
Yep.
Okay, they don't always do it, I guess, but
but
that's
they'll
a good
bend with
rule
the
of
wind at
thumb.
their
They
back.
always want the wind on their nose because that's their defense mechanism.
When they bed, the wind's on their back.
The wind, yeah, when they bed,
Yep.
that way they can see what's you know. Yeah,
So that's the other thing. Everybody talk about play the wind. Fort Bragg, and if you're anywhere near water, do yourself a favor, get some milkweed.
I got milkweed.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Get
Yeah.
milkweed, drop it. The wind will be blowing at my back. That milkweed will go this way
Yeah.
because there's water.
Yeah.
Your thermals will always pull. Well, the thermals and your scent will always.
That's
pull
another
towards
thing
water.
that people don't understand the difference between a thermal and the wind. Sometimes the wind pushes the thermal, but sometimes the thermal goes in opposite direction. Sometimes it goes straight down and the wind's blowing.
I got a spot at White Lake that I was at the other day when I showed you those pictures of real nice buck and bear out there.
Yeah.
And the wind was blowing at my back. And every time I dropped milkweed thinking it was going to change, pulled
Yeah.
straight down in the draw
Yeah.
every time.
Well, that's why I was hunting Sunday too. I knew that the wind was a south wind, but I could no. So I have the wind on my back.
Mhm.
I used to hunt. I don't know why I always hunt with the wind in my face. That's what people told me. Hunt with the wind in your face, so that way the deer can't
Well, it is
smell you.
different with
But if he's traveling with the fucking wind in his
Yeah.
nose, why do I want to have? Because I was wondering why was it always coming up behind me.
mine always come up on the opposite side of my shit.
Well,
Pisses me
yeah,
off,
you mean the
pisses me
shot?
off.
Yeah, yeah. You have to practice. You got
My
to get
first
weak
2
side.
deer, I shot them in the neck
Yeah,
because one, I spined it and it sounded like
yeah.
loud echo because the opposite side, and I didn't realize I was pushing on the string. My first 2 deer shot them in the neck, same side, every time.
So you right-handed?
Left-handed.
You're left-handed. So
Yeah.
you have to. How do you go weak side? Do you come over your?
I go underneath because over is big movement. So
How do you
I'll,
go underneath?
so I'll stand up on the tree, right? And there's a little bit of a gap there between the tree.
Yeah.
And I'll pick up my bow off there with the
Uh-huh.
arrow hanging off this way. And I'll slide it underneath and I'll pull it out that way because now I got the tree blocking me. So all that movement that you wanted to do all the way up here is one-handed thing. It's not two-handed. You grab it
I ain't
and
doing that.
you grab
I
the
don't like it.
you grab
I
the
can't even see it. I'm gonna have to try what you're talking
you
about.
pull it under and you grab it and then you're still behind the tree and then you're behind the tree a little bit more and you draw back and then you go.
Oh, that sounds. I don't know. I have to practice that.
Yeah.
I haven't. I have not.
There's no good
I
way
have
to
not
do it.
taken a shot on my weak side yet.
There's no good way to do it.
There's yeah. So, but what I'll typically imagine happening is if he's over here, depending on, I'm always hoping because I can, with especially with my setup, I can hang off if I have enough slack
Mhm.
and I'm like sitting. I can hang off the back and I can get. I can
Yeah.
I can shoot over here by turning this way. But now I can't get here.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm either seat belting, which sounds like a great idea. It sounds like an
You put
advantage.
it over your shoulder.
Well, yeah, where you.
That's so hard.
But man, when you're on a platform, you got a bow, the deer's right there.
It's a lot of movement.
It's a lot of movement,
30
man.
yards. Yeah.
And I tell you, that one deer I had last year, he was right here, and I was in that stupid JX3, and I didn't think about doing this, but I straddled the tree like this,
Yep.
and I could only get right here.
You're
I could
about-
shoot
you're
his
about
nose off.
3 foot off. Yeah.
Oh man,
you
he
know?
was only like 15 feet from my tree. Yeah, that was a
It's
fucking.
tough, man. It's just you gotta do what works for you.
But
and
it's one of those things where when you first try anything
tough.
worth doing, it's hard. So a lot of guys
Yeah.
put the saddle. A lot of guys won't even try it.
Yeah, it's
They're just
I
like,
did
oh
it
fuck
my
that.
old way.
They see you climbing. We did that thing at Steve's house. He had a barbecue. It was kind of like a lot of saddle hunters there. A couple guys just demonstrating how they do it. And as soon as the first guy, this guy was like a fucking athlete. He was like 4 sticks.
He looks like the Olympic game
He
log
was the-
climbers. and
He
it
was
just-
like 4 sticks, and we're standing there. I'm talking to someone. Before I know it, I'm looking. I'm like, God damn!
Yeah.
Of course, I'm the asshole. It's like, oh, what is he like? 18 feet? That fucker's probably 25 feet before. I mean, he's a very athletic
Yeah.
dude. But as soon as he made his first movement, you could hear. I think it was Randy. Oh, fuck that! I could already be in my climber, fucking sleeping.
So that's the other
They-
thing.
just try it because I was the same way. You heard me. If anybody has been watching this page for the years I've been on it, have seen an evolution.
That first month of the season last year, you
I
were
was
still
totally
knocking
against it.
them.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I
yeah.
just seen it gradually come.
You
And
just-
now we're talking about one stick.
Now I'm in one stick and I love it. Now I'm just like, God,
I gotta
damn,
get me a little platform like that.
I can't.
Did you
ima-
see
yeah.
the one I sent you on Facebook? The Roost. It's like a little bike seat almost, and you just sit on it, straddling the tree still. It's
Did you
like
send me
that.
that?
It's like that, but narrow.
Yeah, it's made by. I saw that. I was talking to Jonathan
Buzzard,
about
buzz-
making one
Roost or
where
something
it
like that.
came to the tree but come out a little further so you can sit like a motorcycle seat. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll send it again.
Yeah, I did see that, but then I was like, I don't want to carry another thing. Now, if I wasn't carrying this,
I wouldn't carry that. I'd carry the
if
other.
I scrap this, because I like hunting with just that. If I scrap this, then I probably would get something like that if it was as light. Because now I'm getting to the point where I used to carry coffee. I haven't carried coffee to the stand
I
one
bring
time.
a bottle of water and
I-
I
yeah.
burn through it when it's hot out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
I got it like that bag. I got to carry. I always carry my ghillie in case I need it, and that's pretty heavy.
Oh man, you gotta get ASAP.
Yeah.
Super light. Look at this.
Something
Look at
about the
this,
one that I
man.
made is fucking.
Oh, that's
I love
cool.
it.
It's
You
cool,
know, I
man.
love it. That's mine.
This is good though, because you don't have to buy any other camo.
Yeah.
I can wear a hoodie underneath this.
Yeah.
Be good to go. That's why I was doing it, saving money. All my shit's saving money.
Yeah.
'cause I don't like spending money. My wife doesn't like.
See,
it.
I like spending money. I love it so much that my bag here, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is a if you know anything about Lone Wolf and
Yep,
XOP,
I sure do.
Lone Wolf and XOP split. They're brothers. I guess they hate each other. One owns
Didn't know that,
XOP,
though.
and one still owns Lone Wolf. So he manufactures all his stuff in China, and it's cheaper. But the XOP X2 stick is one of the best sticks in my opinion, and I've used a
seen
bunch
that one
of them.
everywhere.
And this bag here is a $75 bag, right? Now I had to modify it because I walk far and I needed a waist strap. So I zip tied, sewed it on there. But this bag, because it's a $75 bag, I don't love it. But it's the only bag that I've used so far that does every. I got my milkweed here.
Dude, you got to get the.
I got all the pan, but I want the Ranger 22.
I saw that. Look up like Greg Staggs.
I don't like it.
The one
I don't like it.
His one stick
I don't
bag?
like it.
Really? It
It
doesn't
looks
have
like
any zippers on it or nothing.
it looks like a
It
piece.
looks like.
I don't like the way it looks, man.
Oh man.
It's specifically designed for one stick, and I talked to him. He sent me a message, and
yeah.
he sent me the thing,
It's
and I looked.
quiet.
I don't like the camo pattern that's on it. I don't want camo pattern. I want green.
Yeah.
But
That's the thing about this that camo there is like there's no way that doesn't stand out. You'll blend right in.
no, we had this brief conversation on it. It's digital camouflage, fools a deer's eye.
Yeah, it's an
Your
animal
fucking
vision.
leaves and your sticks and all
Looks
that.
good for a human.
It looks good to a human, but a deer can't see
That's
it.
what
He
that's-
sees this black shirt is what he sees.
First Light, that was the pattern they were using for years.
Yeah.
Was that stuff.
But this bag here, it's got everything I need. I got no reason. I got it modified. I got no reason to buy another bag.
Yeah. No,
This
I like
one,
that
to me, if I was going to design a bag, it might be a little more narrow than this, but it carries the platform right there. It's got the little
Yep.
hugging system right
Yep.
there. But I want a new bag. I don't know why. I like
Let me know
spending
when you get
money.
rid of that one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the Cruiser Escape because it is
Mhm.
very handy. But with the Cruiser Escape, like this one has pockets on the outside of the pocket, so I can put my thermal cell here, my phone.
Dude.
It's a perfect bag for one stick.
That
in
Thermacell, it saved
Oh,
me
man.
last year. This year, man, I'm still getting tagged. I got some poison sumac on me from the other day that I knew I was doing it too, and it's all over. It sucks.
I've never had poison oak, sumac, nothing.
Dude, those
think I'm
Thermacells, if
immune
you don't
to
take
it.
that Thermacell, you're screwed.
I turn the thermal cell on at the truck.
That's some good stuff. Hunting Public showed me that one.
Really?
That's some good stuff.
Oh, they kind of know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Smells a little bit, but it's gone once you put it on your skin.
I don't really have a problem with the
I got
bugs.
chiggers real bad.
How about this stuff here?
The chiggers got
I
me
want you
one
to
day.
take this. I got this. I'm gonna do like Sean Ryan and give people gifts when they come on here. This doesn't smell like much when you smell it, but rub some. This is brand new. Rub some on your hand and then smell it.
I like the can.
Yeah. I'm hiding it so you can preserve your
It honestly
masculinity.
smells like brush.
And once you put it on your skin, it activates, and what it is. It's actual.
Ooh.
It's an attractant. It's what trappers use. It's acorn oil.
No, that's why I was smelling the acorn.
Yeah, and then there's some pumpkin seed oil in there, which is good for your skin
Yeah.
and it's anti-aging. But the deer fucking love it.
Really?
Yeah, and it's got dirt oil, so dirt scent, and it's all 100%.
And
You could eat it.
It smells way better than the fresh earth stuff that smells fake.
If you got private land, you got cameras. Put some on your camera, like out, and I guarantee you the doe and the deer will come in and they'll lick it off.
Don't do it
show
at
you.
White Lake because I'm down a cover for my camera because bears for some reason loves cameras.
The bears will come after
They
that.
love
too.
cameras.
But this right here,
That smells good.
the reason why it's yours, take it.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's good because I know that you're a white guy and you probably don't put lotion on every day. I
No,
could probably start a fire if I run my nails down your arm. So you need to use lotion. It's important.
got beautiful redhead skin.
Yeah.
Freckles to
We
protect
just
my
can't-
skin.
We just
man.
can't see all the ashiness, so it's very important. You got to moisturize. So during the reason why I came up with that is during the hunt season, I don't use anything. I use all scent free
Same.
everything.
Same. I started
Soap,
about a month before the
shampoo,
season.
Yeah, all my clothes I wash in the Tide One unscented, but I
Bacon's-
have to use lotion and all that. So I've made that to kind of be like a scent cover. But then I found
That's
that
awesome.
acorn oil from Wild Outdoor something, like professional animal trappers use
Mhm.
this shit. And then I put some on a tree and put a camera on it. And that night they were like,
No,
you
it
know?
smells delicious. I'll use it for
Yeah.
sure.
And you smell manly with it. Every time I got it on fresh and I go into lotion, like, ooh, you smell so nice. What is
I'm gonna
that?
put it on before I go home.
Yeah.
See what my wife does.
See if she
Lake-
likes it.
Lakin, if you're watching, be ready.
What the hell? Where's Randy got his hand on his face? Like What is it, Randy? Go ahead, spit it out. What lotion? Is that too
Randy's
heterosexual for you?
Randy's sitting here.
Meanwhile, he shaves his fucking legs.
Randy's sitting here like this motherfucker Jake out here talking like he knows deer. I'm sitting here texting him every day. Where the fuck to go?
Oh, he's saying no. What do you got your hand on your face for then?
Oh, by the way, if anybody didn't realize, I wore orange just for all you orange police officers out there. Get over it.
Oh yeah,
Get
yeah.
over
Wear
it.
your
I got
orange.
a
That's
goddamn
for
orange
Brennan.
hat.
I didn't tell you a
So-
secret. The ingredients in there. It's anti-aging. So you get your pumpkin seed oil is anti-aging. Shea butter. It's 100% African shea butter. It's just good. You can literally eat that, and it's 100% pure acorn.
Some of those long sits, I might have to eat
You
it.
might have to eat it. You can. I don't recommend it. Don't taste too good. But
Oh, man.
anyway, let's wrap it up, son. I got
Yeah.
to go to
Let's
bed.
do
I'm
it.
tired. I know. Let's see how many times Holloway's done texted me.
You hunting tomorrow?
I am.
Yep, I'm going out about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Start
Well,
looking
it
around.
all depends. Everything good out. Okay, I forgot. We already have that covered.
Oh, scrape camera came on. Is it a bear? This is on him, brag. Get over it. These bears been tearing up my shit.
Oh,
It's
shit,
pissing me
yeah.
off. I got that real. You saw that one big old
Mhm.
brow tines.
Yeah,
The one I
Yeah,
sent
yeah,
you the
yeah.
other day. It is a bear. It's a little guy.
I know which deer you're chasing out in your area too. I've seen him.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know what deer that is.
I don't hunt out there though. It's too far. I'm a lazy guy. That's the reason why I never got into
That's
cameras.
that one, man. I got to get him this year.
Wow, look at them brow tines.
They're
on that
taller than his
sucker.
rack.
God damn, they're like, what are they, like 12, 13 inches tall?
Yeah, they're taller than his rack.
Wow.
He's
a
probably
young
three.
deer
He's
too.
probably three. Be my guess.
I mean, you need to let him go.
I would,
Get
but
him next year.
I don't.
I'm just
I don't know
fucking
how
with you.
much-
You better kill that motherfucker.
I don't know how much they hunt out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, those bears are coming in, man. They're
Well, you're dealing with public land out in Bladen County. I think you're getting a bunch of Fort Sac tree stand guys that
I've
they're
only
not-
seen one other truck out there because where we're at, it's not where everybody else wants to be.
Really?
It's honestly pretty damn
Yeah,
close.
that's what's good about having that mobile.
We're picking the
safety.
obvious places that
Yeah.
nobody wants to be because it's like, oh, it's too obvious.
Too obvious. Those are the
We've
best
been
spots.
every day and getting big
Yeah.
ass bucks on there.
That's like out here. This one guy I was talking to, he was like, it wasn't you, it was somebody else. He was like, man, I see a lot of sign, but it's right next to the busiest road. I'm like, that's the spot, son.
Yeah.
You need to be there.
Find the
you
thick
know?
shit, sit in it.
You know,
The thing that
like Jonathan said, hunt them where they are, not hunt them where they're at, not where you want them to be.
what Bennett Toller was saying,
Yeah.
BT was saying last year, he's like, I get down there with them.
Yeah.
I took that to heart.
I wait till it gets cold. I'm not going down. Oh, Randy, I'm gonna call Randy.
Yeah.
Randy was trying to get down there with him last week,
It's miserable.
crossing a stream.
It's miserable.
And fell fucking neck deep in a stream, got his leg caught, had his
Yeah.
climber on. I'm like, dude, you're lucky you didn't drown.
Yeah, no shit.
I posted that picture of him when he fucking left me stranded on the
Yeah.
DZ. See all that gear he was carrying? It was fucking so hot.
I almost drowned on that bear I killed.
Really?
I almost died on a bear hunt, not from a bear, but because I was walking through waist deep water
I don't
and the
like that
hide
shit.
fell on top of my head and held me underwater.
Oh God.
And the only thing I could grab was a branch, luckily.
Yeah, man. Nah, I don't. I wait when it's cold. I might get down in that thick stuff, but
I noticed, man, you can get into a lot more places come November when all that shit dies.
yeah.
Oh
it's-
man.
yeah.
I opened
There's some spots where I go now that I found, say, in November
Yeah.
last year, 2 years ago, and I go now and I
Can't
don't
even
even
see it,
recognize
you
it.
know?
I'm like, where the hell is that tree?
I
Where's
got
that?
lost the other day when I texted you.
Yeah.
I got so claustrophobic and hot and freaking out that I just barreled through everything. And I was like, I blew that place out. I panicked.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, let's get out of
It's
here.
been a pleasure.
Thanks
I'm
for
glad
having
that
me.
everything's working out. Seemed like you're making a good progression,
Oh,
and I'm
man.
glad that he did make a mention that we didn't say on camera that watching the page and the podcast with tips and
Oh.
tricks has really led to some success, and I hope that that's everybody.
Anybody, just that search feature there at Facebook, and
Yeah.
then watch some of these podcasts with like BT on it, and then
Yeah.
the one with Weibel on it the other day.
I learn from it every time I get somebody new on.
Yeah, man.
I'm listening to, like I said, I'm listening to what they're not telling me,
Yep.
and then that's where you can.
I went
pick
from
up.
seeing no deer in a month to a deer every set.
Yeah, and think there's guys that out there that haven't seen a deer sitting the whole time.
Mhm.
But so listen,
It's uncomfortable, man. It's uncomfortable.
It's
in
a
some of
lot
those
of fucking
places.
work. Everybody wants to take the easy route. They want to fucking pick a tree. This tree
Southern
looks good.
Outdoorsman podcast helped me a lot.
Southern
too,
Outdoors is a really good podcast.
because it's
yeah.
particular to here.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Later. It's a good time.